Does it ever feel like the narcissist is your complete opposite? Everything they say, everything they do is oftentimes contradicting? Well, there's a reason for it. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, guys. JT here. Super excited to see all you again. I hope you're having a fantastic day. It's super rainy and gloomy here today. Really stormy, but I love it. Doesn't rain often in Florida, so in the winter time it doesn't. Probably like 3 times for like 4 months. So it's great. It feels good. I love the rain. I love going for runs in the rain. It's my favorite. But enough about me. I hope all of you are doing very well on your healing journey and you are staying strong, and every day you're pushing to become your most authentic self. And I'm so grateful for all of your comments. I go through them every other day, or at least at nighttime for a little while, and it's incredible to see all the stories and all the things people have gone through, because again, it just reminds us that we're all in this together. We're not crazy. You know, narcissists, they're all over the place, and they're more now than ever. So I've said this before, that, you know, back in the 80s, 90s, they had thought there was about 5% of the population that were narcissists, and now it's upwards of 15%, and that doesn't even include like the undiagnosed ones, or the ones that hide under different types of addictions to mask their narcissism, sociopathy, or psychopathy. So today's video, we're going to be talking about the narcissist wants to bring you to hell. So there's a lot of different little avenues I want to go down with this. And what you first have to understand is, you as the empath, as a super empath, you are of the light, right? You have kindness, compassion, caring, love, empathy inside of you. You are of the light, heaven, God. The narcissist is your opposite, right? In this life, the universe is always balancing itself out. The universe is a giant balancing act, and we know everything is energy, and there is an opposite to everything, right? Night, day, sun, moon, black, white, hot, cold. I can go on and on, right? There is an opposite to everything. The narcissist is your opposite. And this is oftentimes why people think the narcissist is their twin flame. I don't believe that. But I believe there's karmic twin flames, or there's karmic soulmates, etc., etc. But the narcissist is your opposite. And they're always going to be your opposite. You know, when two come together, that's why it feels so, woo, wow, this is the best relationship ever. In the beginning, shortly, for a brief moment. But then all hell breaks loose, right? And if we think about this, the narcissist is your opposite, right? Why do you feel so incredibly drained after a narcissistic relationship? Like dead, right? Because they stole your soul, stole your identity. They drained the light from you. They're your opposite. They took all that light and harvested it. It's how they function. It's how they can survive in the world every day. Without people like us, the narcissist is dead. That's why they have to find a new supply ASAP, or they're going through that ego death and they're miserable, depressed, can't live with themselves, because then they face the shame. So when they're trying to harness and harvest your life force, your light, your energy, your kindness, your compassion, what you have to understand is a narcissist is an empty black hole. You know that saying where they say you can never pour from an empty cup? Well, your cup as an empath was full. The narcissist cup, empty. And you keep pouring, giving. Narcissist keeps taking. But there's a hole in the bottom of their cup. They're a black hole. It's an empty void that's never going to fill up. You just keep pouring in, it's gone, right? That's why the narcissist always needs people around. They cannot be alone, because if they have to sit with their empty cup, they can't fathom that. It's the most unimaginable pain that they can go through. They have to face themselves, which there's nothing inside. So I can only imagine what that must feel like. And when we think about it like this, from the perspective of God, heaven and hell, opposites. Satan was a fallen angel, right? And I believe that all of these narcissists are fallen angels. It's like, I don't want to go into it super in depth with this video because it'll be an hour long. I want to keep this as brief as possible. I'll continue on in more videos and more in depth, but just for the sake of this. So heaven and hell, right? If a narcissist is a fallen angel and they're working for the devil, right? And if you're of the light, you're of God, you know, the devil wants to take every single person down. So when the narcissist gets the empath, it's a 2-for-1 deal. The devil already has the narcissist. They're going to hell. Like, they're going to hell. But then they get you and they pull you into their warped world and reality, and they bring your vibration down, your light goes down, and you're going towards the dark side. Kind of like Star Wars, like good versus bad. And what happens with that is then the devil, Satan, is getting a 2-for-1 deal. He's getting 2, yay! But what happens when you take your power back and you leave, you see through the tactics, you get discarded, you're off. The narcissist is going to get punished because the devil just lost a supply, right? The devil just lost a supply. He's trying to collect as many souls to go to hell as possible. So you better believe that narcissist is getting their karma for that. They're not living a happy life. I say this all the time in all these videos. Every single day of their life is karma. They're a walking karma. So you got to understand that if you know, whatever you choose to believe, the narcissist is from hell, is a fallen angel or a demon, that they're on a mission to kill you. That is what they are. If they're the opposite of you and you know that you're a good person, that type of person is on a mission to kill you, to take your light, to take your soul, to take your identity. So, like, if you go into the Bible and you read about the Jezebel Spirit, that's what all these narcissists are Jezebel spirits. They are the worst thing you can ever come in contact with. As a man, that's an incubus spirit. As a woman, that's a succubus spirit. So when you go down this rabbit hole of kind of heaven and hell, the spirituality of the narcissism, you'll realize, like I said, everything with them is the opposite. And oftentimes, why do they always feel like they have to do the opposite of you? Like, I remember with my narc, anytime I would say something about anything, really, she would have the opposite opinion. It was always. And her brain was so contradicting, like it was a paradox. Do you ever notice that with the narcissist? I've met a bunch, and their brains are very paradoxical. They'll like say this, but then do the exact opposite. But if you agree with them, then they'll do what they want. Like it's so fucked up. It's insane. But it comes down to it's a control tactic because they get a high from controlling you. So if you go along with them, even though you feel a different way about a certain situation or a certain topic or whatever it is you're talking about or doing, the narcissist gets a high off of that. And now they have the control over you and they have you manipulated. Again, they're the opposite. They have to do the opposite. They have to. You know, the narcissist can be like, yeah, I don't ever tell lies. It's the opposite. It's always the opposite. Anytime they say anything crazy like that, oh, I've only had sex with 3 people. Yeah, okay. No, it's always, there's so many secrets and lies buried deep and down. And what you have to understand, if they're in an empty cup, they have no soul, they're voidless, they're void of anything. Right? They're going to just say and do whatever they want to do in the moment. And I've heard this from many people that have gone through narcissistic relationships. It does not matter about you at all. It is all about the narcissist and what the narcissist wants. If the narcissist wants to do something and you fight them on that, you better believe you're going to go through hell for it. Again, the narcissist, what they're trying to do is bring you down to their level. In the beginning, they make it seem like they're here. And what happens? You put them on this pedestal. Oh, you're so great. You're everything to me. It's not. It's actually the opposite. You're up here. The narcissist makes you believe that it's flip-flopped. Again, opposite. It's not. They have you on a pedestal They know you are good. They know you are of the light. They know you are kind and compassionate. They know all of this. But they want to bring you down to their level. They want to make you feel as shitty as they do on the inside. That's what it's all about, right? You're a good person. You have great qualities, great things going for you. The narcissist has nothing inside, and what's that saying? Misery loves company. They need to bring you down to their same level so that you can feel as shitty as them. They get pleasure off of this. This is why they're demonic. They're evil. They're sadistic. Like, they want you to be in pain because then that gives them the pleasure. It's so disgusting when you think about it like that. It's even hard to talk about because when I talk about certain things like this, it makes me feel disgusted. Like, I'm just like, wow, I can't believe I stayed with someone like that for so long. But again, if it took you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times to leave them, don't feel bad about that. They're master manipulators, and when they create that trauma bonded soul tie in the beginning, they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. I hear people say this where they're like, oh, my narcissist didn't know what they were doing. They weren't consciously doing it. It was subconscious. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. I believe they know exactly what they are doing. They've been doing it their whole life. It's a repetitive pattern. It's a repetitive pattern. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly how to manipulate you. They've done it to so many people. It's not subconscious. They damn well know they're trying to bring you down to their level. They know you are way above them, but they need to flip-flop it and make you believe they are way above you. Opposite. Everything is opposite with them. And once you realize this, that they're trying to take you down to hell. They're trying to put you in hell in the physical world, right? That's why you feel so drained, and it took me months to get my energy back to normal where I could just have like a normal workout. I felt like my identity, my life force, my essence was like taken. I just like had no motivation, no willpower to like continue on to move forward. And that's what the narcissist wants. The narcissist wants you to be stuck. That's what they do. When they see someone that has great potential, they want to take them down. They don't want to let them rise up. Again, if it's with Satan and you have all this potential to do great things in the world, Satan is going to be like, we got to take that guy down. He's got so much potential. We got to get him down dark and into a hole where he can never get out. That's what they want. That's why you get stuck sometimes for years, decades with a narcissist. It's very, very difficult to understand this, but once you realize like the master game of the narcissist is to take you to hell, to make you live in hell on earth. Like, they get so much satisfaction knowing that you look up to them and that you'll do anything for them and you'll keep giving and giving regardless of what they do. That's what's so crazy. They are so good at manipulating that they get to a point where you keep giving and they keep cheating. They keep lying. They keep doing all the shit that they want to do while devaluing you and making you feel like absolute trash. That gives them a high better than sex. That's oftentimes why you can go months for a long time without having sex with a narcissist, because they get pleasure. Like my narcissist, I don't know if I can say this on YouTube. Let me think about this for a second. I'm going to word it differently. So my narcissist, she'd say to me, like, she was always turned on. And like when I watched her communicate with other people and devalue other people, I could see that narcissistic smile, smirk, that you know what it looks like, where you can see through. It's like it looks evil. And she would get pleasure out of hurting people, out of people chasing her and wanting her. It's that God mentality, that grandiose mentality. And when they get this, when they're getting this all the time, they don't need to have sex. They don't need it. And there's different types of narcissists. There's narcissists that are, what's it called? Can't think of what it's called when you're addicted to sex. But there's different types of narcissists, and they get different pleasure points from different things. But for the majority of them, they get the pleasure from the pain that they induce. And if that's not sadistic and not evil enough for you to hear, I don't know what I could possibly tell you to make you never, ever want to go back. And it's hard to hear. It's hard to hear, but you have to understand it happened for a purpose, because now, like, if we know this, everything in this world is energy, right? Everything is energy. You listening to this video, I am giving you energy. When you go to a grocery store, when you're doing anything, everything is energy. You're giving or taking energy. The narcissist took all of your energy, right? And if we look at that on a spiritual level with energy and karma, they took all your goodness, right? They took all of your goodness. And now you are in the discard phase. You are trying to heal. What's going to happen? You gave all of that energy. It is going to come back to you tenfold now, or look at it as karma. You gave all your goodness to this person. It's going to come back to you even more so. You're going to become the best version of yourself, because everything is energy. You gave it all, you're going to get it all back and then some, right? That's why people that do bad things, even if you think for a time where you see like politicians or like, I don't know, like Hillary Clinton doing this and cheating and like all this crazy shit that people do, and it seems like they're getting away with it. They're not getting away with it. I promise you that. It's, what you see is just a brief thing in the moment. You're not seeing all the behind the scenes of how they're miserable and crying at night and going through hell and depressed and having suicidal thoughts, and they're going through it, right? And when you give all your goodness to that person, you're going to reap it back tenfold. God, look at it as a test. This was a giant test. God is going to give you everything you ever wanted when you make it through this test and heal. Because the way I look at it is, you're a chosen one. You're a chosen one. You were chosen by God to go through what you're supposed to go through in this lifetime, right? And God would not put us in situations that he didn't think we could not handle, right? He knows that you could handle this. And you hearing me say that now, you can think, well, God knows that I could handle this and I'm going to get through it. I'm going to become the best version of myself. If I could handle that, if I could handle what I went through, what you would wish upon no person on this planet to go through a narcissistic relationship, because it's the worst thing, I believe, that you can go through, then you're showing your true colors to God. If it was a test, like you made it out on top. You did not let Satan, the devil, the demon pull you down to that level. You might have stayed there for a little while, but guess what? Now you're out of it. Now you're on top. And that's what the Hoovers are. They're more tests. Tests from the universe, tests from God, whatever you choose to believe, tests from source. They're more tests. If you are strong and staying in your power, staying of the light, when that Hoover comes back in, that's a little test to see if you're going to bite. If you're going to bite and go back in. If you learned your lesson or not. Everything on this planet is a lesson. This earth is school. This earth is just a school for us. It's lessons. If you don't learn the lesson, what happens? You go back to the same lesson until you learn it, right? That's what the Hoover is. Did you learn your lesson? Oh, nope. Back into it. Oh man, not doing that again. 6 months goes by. Another Hoover. Oh yeah, they're different now. Boop, back into it. Oh, another lesson. That's all it is. It's a lesson. So I hope you have learned your lesson by now, knowing the narcissist is not going to change, is not capable of changing, does not want to change, because they get everything they want. They take from every single person. They do this over and over and over again because they have an empty cup. It will never get full. It doesn't matter if you're a billionaire, you have 4 hearts, all the love to give, you can literally cure cancer. It does not matter what you have, because the narcissist doesn't have a regular cup. There's a hole in it. They are an empty void that will just keep taking, like a black hole. It doesn't matter. They can have 10 supplies. They will never be happy, ever. They cannot experience love. They are of hell. They are of Satan. They're evil, sadistic, demonic, fallen angels. You can't heal them. And when you learn this as an empath, we oftentimes have the hero complex where we want to fix people. You know, we want to see the best versions of them. And the narcissist knows this, and that's why it's so hard to leave. The last time when I sent a box of the narcissist stuff that was here, I put in a note card that said, I can't save you. I need to save myself. And that was a lesson I had to learn, that you can't save everybody, and not everybody wants to be saved. You know, they made their choice a long time ago to live that existence. They are making their choice to continue to live that existence. If they are making that choice, you have to respect their choice and let them live that life that they chose. It is not up to you to fix them or heal them. And if we talk about fallen angels, when God pushes an angel out of heaven, he has given up on them, right? They're not of the light anymore. There's angels are good, fallen angels are not good. If God has abandoned a fallen angel, which I believe is what narcissists are, narcissists are not on God's side anymore. They're on Satan's side. So if God gives up on them, God's like, I can't fix you. What makes you think that you can fix the narcissist? Right? That was a hard one for me to believe too. That was a hard one for me to understand. So just know that you guys are on the right path and just continue to keep going up. There will be Hoovers. Hopefully there's not. Hopefully there's not. But if there are, just know that they're tests. Maybe it's a lesson that you still have not learned yet. Be strong. I believe in all of you. You can do it. All right, guys. So I hope you liked that video. Comment on this. Let me know what you think. Let me know what other kinds of videos you would like to see. I still have a ton in the works, but if there's anything you want me to touch more base on, let me know in the comments and I will. And I hope you guys have a great day and stay safe, stay healthy, get a workout if you can, eat healthy, be the best version of you. The narcissist took everything from you. You are now on the path where you can get it all back and then some, right? It was a down point, just like life is a roller coaster. Now it's only up from here, but you have to choose that up path. If you're in a season of isolation or 2 or 3, don't just sit around depressed mope. Get proactive and do things that are gonna better your life in the right direction, you know? And it doesn't matter how big it is, just do something. Just do anything. Slow, small steps will get you to where you wanna go. You don't have to go to the gym for 4 hours a day, every day. You can take a 20-minute walk. Do that for a couple weeks. And then do a 30-minute walk. Like slow, incremental steps. And just know, if you have a bad day, there is always tomorrow to make progress. Progress doesn't just happen all at once. That's why it's called progress. So don't get down on yourself if you have bad days, bad weeks. Just hop back on the horse and keep being proactive and going in the right direction. I know you guys can all do it and you can all heal. And that is why this channel is here, to become authentically yourself. All right, guys, enjoy the day. I will talk to you soon.